And it is so nice to be back. Thank you for joining me. This is Jay Victor, along with another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. And shame on me, I took another week off, but only because my dear mother was visiting from down south. She was actually here for 2 weeks, so we did a lot of running around, got to spend some great time with her and my family, and it was a lot of running, but we wished her well. We sent her back to the nice down south weather, and here we are again. It is a beautiful Connecticut afternoon on today, May 16th, doing the podcast a little late on a Friday, because honestly, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I was trying to figure out some things to talk about. And if you recall from the last episode, I really wanted to do a kind of review for another website. Well, I tested the waters again because I had tried to get onto a website that I found really helpful called Sweepstakes Rush. And at the time, it seemed like their website was down, or, for whatever reason, it was not working. So I said, what, I'll skip it, and then I'll just, wait a week and we'll check it out. Well, it's been 2 weeks and I still cannot connect, and shame on me for not checking earlier, because I figured, I'll take a look at it, and 2 weeks should be plenty of time to get up and running. But the downside of running a sweepstakes website or an empire, there is competition out there. There's a lot of websites, and I'm not a marketing genius, or I don't know what all goes into clickable ads and things of that nature. But I'm going to keep trying them again. Unfortunately for this week, I didn't really take a look at another website, so we will be without a review. However, some good news on the table. Microsoft is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. They kicked off in 1975, and to celebrate that, they had a contest or a sweepstakes on Instagram. So you basically had to post a picture of you with your Microsoft Surface laptop or tablet on the go. So I gave it a shot. I posted a picture, and they were having 50 winners to win an exclusive 1 out of 50 limited edition Microsoft Surface Pro laptop. And the sweepstakes came and went. They said they were picking on a certain day. Didn't hear anything. I said, I guess I didn't win. Well, 3 days after I was supposed to be notified, I was notified. And looking at the rules, unfortunately, it looks like someone may have not seen a notification in time. And obviously, if they give you 72 hours to respond and you do not, they will go to the next person, which seems like what may have happened in my case. But the great news is it was pretty seamless to reply to their notification, wait a few days, get a FedEx mailer in the mail, get some paperwork notarized, and I got in my hands yesterday, as was posted on TikTok and Instagram, this beautiful Microsoft Surface Pro tablet that is really limited edition, 1 out of 50. I have not opened the box as of yet because I'm in a bit of a pickle, obviously, with the gaming PCs I won, plus having my workstation that I have now that works super well. So not sure what I'll be doing with this Surface. It might, in this case, go to the missus or be regifted to a family member. But we will see. But shout out to Microsoft. What a great contest. And I was gobsmacked that my lucky streak continues yet again for this year. So feeling really good about sweeping, feeling really blessed with all the wins that I've gotten this year so far. And we're going to keep going onward and upward. Before we get into any kind of top five, did want to touch on something. And this was kind of brought up to me as I was looking at the new sweepstakes today, and I was taking a look at to see what was going to be in my top five. And I really couldn't come up with anything as far as something to talk about. And I'm trying to make this podcast a little more interesting than just going through a typical top 5 or top 10 list and mentioning wins. And this is where it would be helpful for you to give your suggestions. So phone lines are open, of course. sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Again, sweepstakespodcast, all one word, @gmail.com. The subject that I came up on before I started recording, and it was mentioned briefly in the past, and I'll leave it up to the opinions of you fine folks listening to this podcast. Came across a sweep for the Heineken Summer of Style sweepstakes. You may know where I'm going with this. So, Heineken does not only a fantastic job with sweepstakes, they do a lot of them. And it's not only under the Heineken brand. They have a bunch of brands under the umbrella of their company that, you could win a bunch of great prizes from, whether it be Heineken, Amstel, Dos Equis, Murphy's, Newcastle, Red Stripe, Strongbow, Tecate, and Tiger. Those are all under the umbrella of Heineken. But as we've mentioned before, there's a limit of one prize per individual, household, street address, and or email address during any 6-month period. So this includes, for you folks out there that have spouses that also do sweepstakes, that enter into these contests, once you win something through Heineken or any of those other brands, you are basically in Heineken jail for 6 months. So this brings up an interesting topic. Do you look at these contests more carefully and decide, I'm going to do this one, but not this one? Because even though obviously it's a great sweep, it just started on the 12th. It ends on July 31st, like all of Heineken's or most of Heineken's sweeps. It is a daily, and they don't skimp on the amount of information you need to enter every day. First name, last name, email, confirm email, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, date of birth. Where is the retail location? You heard about this contest. This is an everyday thing. So now you have to weigh out the benefits. What are the grand prizes in this case? So for the Heineken Summer of Style sweepstakes, they're giving out 3 grand prizes. The grand prize would be a Heineken paddleboard, a Heineken cooler, a Heineken mesh beach tote, a Heineken sand-free beach towel, a Heineken skateboard, because I'm sure I have a ton of skateboarders who listen to this podcast, a Heineken canvas tote bag, and then you also have a bunch of instant win prizes that are kind of a callback to that list I just gave you. So if you don't win the grand prize, you can instantly win one of 47 Heineken skateboards, retail value $100. 72 Heineken cooler sling bags, retail value $95. 17 Heineken coolers that retail for $125, etc., etc., etc. So I took a look at this, and as much as I can, I try to go through the rules, and they have a lot of other instant win prizes besides, what I mentioned. You can also instantly win the beach tote or the sand-free beach towel. So they're not short on the amount of prizes, but now I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you have this one contest through Heineken. But what about the other ones like Dos Equis, the other Heineken sweepstakes that you could win a grill or a beach cruiser or a vast variety of other prizes? What is your kind of stopping point? Do you do the math and say, okay, well, this contest ends on July 31st, and it's going to put me out until at least January of next year? What are your thoughts on something like this? Personally, and as many prizes as they offer here, I'm going to sit this one out because I literally have not gotten on a skateboard in approximately 27, 28 years. As a sweeper, I have plenty of coolers. As a consumer, I have plenty of towels, tote bags, stuff like that. There's nothing in here that piques my curiosity enough to want to go into Heineken jail and serve my 6-month term. The paddleboard seems kind of cool, but unfortunately, there's no doable body of water around me besides the Connecticut River. And it gets a little deep and a little rough during this rainy season. So doesn't look like it's going to be a contest that I partake in. But what are your thoughts? Let me know. sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Is there another Heineken sweep that you're currently working on that you look forward to possibly winning? And if one, that would kind of put you out of the running for this one anyway. Or are you shooting down the road for a lot of the Heineken sweeps that are ending in, let's say, September, October? Let me know. I'd be curious. So enough about that. Hopefully that will get me a couple emails, and I'll go over some folks' opinions on next week's chat. However, we are not short on a top 5 list. So I wanted to stay away from the top 10 for this week because there were a lot of good sweeps out there, but I want to kind of condense and go back to going over 5 based on the fact that I didn't have a website to kind of go over and review. This week's top 5 will be brought to you, as it has been for the last couple weeks, by our friends at ultracontest.com, one of my favorite websites, very easy to use, and you could use a ton of the stuff for free. They do have a very reasonable paywall that can get you codes if you are not signed up to any particular sweeping website. And that's who we've used this week. So coming in at number 5, and this one's been getting, from what I've seen, a lot of buzz in my online sweepstakes group, the in-person sweepstakes group that I recently joined. And there's a lot of text going back and forth. The Pepsi Bottle Lotto sweepstakes and instant win game. So Pepsi and their affiliated brands, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Starry, Mug, and Aquafina. You're going to have to look for specially marked bottles for this bottle lotto. And then once you purchase them, or however you find said empty bottles, you'll have a code on the cap that you can enter. And this one is getting a lot of news based on the prizes. So we are looking at over $1.5 million worth of prizes, but the grand prize is basically the one that is piquing a lot of people's interests. And it'll be 13 grand prizes once a week. And that grand prize, quite simply, is a check for $20,000. And that'll happen 13 times during the sweepstakes. Now, this one started on May 12th. It will be ending on August 9th. It is a daily, and it is open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older and have reached the age of majority. So, if you're a fan of Pepsi, if your workplace collects bottles and, you're the one who's, going through the bottles and taking the caps, you're going to have a good chance here, because essentially, although you can mail away for a code, a lot of people find it easier if they can find the cheap 20-ounce bottles to go ahead and enter in, get those codes in, and collect as many as you can to try to win that 20 grand. I believe there was a caveat here somewhere stating, I believe you could only do 5 codes a day. If that is incorrect, I'm sure one of my listeners will help me out and correct me. But beyond the grand prizes, they're also listing over 128,000 instant win prizes. And those instant wins will be over 36,000 $10 cash prizes and over 17,000 $20 cash prizes. It's listed that they will be issued via virtual card. So good luck to everybody who participates in that. I'm going to do my best this week to go out and see if I can find some 20-ounce bottles that are not going for $2.50 or $3. It's shocking how expensive soda has gotten, and frankly, I'm glad I've cut down on soda as of late anyway. But good luck to everybody who enters that one. Number 4, the Mr. Beast Instagram birthday sweepstakes. So, per the title, you got to have an Instagram account. This one is running from May 7th through May 21st. It is open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older. Total retail value for this contest is going to be $500,000, brought to you by Mr. Beast. And he will be picking 10 grand prize winners who will be getting $50,000 in cash. Now, it's a great sweep, so how come it's not higher on the list? Well, if you go to Mr. Beast's posts, which Ultra Contest will redirect you when you go there, you will see how many likes this contest has. And as of this recording, as I'm looking at the post right now, Mr. Beast has 10.8 million likes just on this contest alone. So, still better odds than Powerball, but obviously a much smaller prize. But kudos to Mr. Beast. This guy makes so much money and just reinvests it back into his brand and his company with all sorts of contests. And honestly, I hope it's one of you listening to this contest who gets a piece of that pie, because that would be a really awesome prize to win, because who couldn't use 50 grand? That was number 4 on this week's top 5. Coming in at number 3, this is actually a contest that I do not qualify, but being a hockey fan, I wanted to put it up there anyway. This is the Body Armor Chill NHL sweepstakes. You're going to have one grand prize winner. Pretty simple. It's a $10,000 check. It is one maximum entry. This is a short contest running less than a month. It'll be running from May 5th to June 1st. And the eligibility are for legal residents of the following states: Alabama, DC, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. 18 and older for this one. Good luck if you take part in that one. It is a very finite amount of states, an easy entry, a short entry period, and you got a real good chance the less states there are. So good luck to everybody who enters in that contest as well. Coming in at number 2, and this is, as a matter of fact, another one that I do not qualify. It is the BrewDog Elvis Juice Summer Sweepstakes. 6 grand prize winners are going to get an Uni pizza oven. And I've been seeing these for years online. As interested as I am, I really don't want to spend the $300 to get one, but they'll be giving away 6 of them. It is a daily, and it's going to be running for about 4 months. So this is going to be from May 1st to September 1st. And it is only for legal residents of the following: California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Wisconsin. Ages 21 or older for this one. Again, smaller number of states, definitely a longer entry window than the Body Armor one, but multiple prizes, 6 grand prize winners. Good luck to everybody who enters that one. And number 1 on this week's top 5, running for also less than a month, May 5th through June 1st, a one-and-done single entry for legal residents of the contiguous United States. Unfortunately, a void in Florida and New York. The legal residents also include our friends in D.C. who are ages 18 and older. This is the Omaha Steaks Father's Day giveaway, which will have 10 grand prize winners, with each grand prize package being valued at $1,446. The winners of this giveaway, and again, it's open to the contiguous U.S., void in Florida and New York, you're going to win 2 tickets to a Chicago Cubs home game and post-game catch on the field, scheduled to take place June 15th at Wrigley Field. So, if you're not in that general area, you're not, I'm assuming, going to be able to use those tickets and the post-game catch. However, you will also win an Omaha Steaks freezer filler subscription, 4 individual shipments. Each one will include 4 butcher-cut filet mignons, 4 butcher-cut ribeye fillets, 1 pound package of triple-trimmed filet. I always want to say filet mignon because I know it's funny, but it trips me up sometimes. Filet mignon tips, 4 air-chilled boneless chicken breast, 4 gourmet jumbo franks, and 8 Omaha Steaks smash burgers. So you're going to get all of those, and you're going to get them 4 times. So if you're a fan of Omaha Steaks, which obviously I am because it made it to number 1, a great contest, 10 grand prize winners, open to everybody, one and done, short entry period. This is one, in my opinion, one of the hot ones to enter, especially if you are a fan of great steaks, and Omaha Steaks are not short on supply of that one. So that is this week's top 5. Did you have any big wins? Were you a winner of the Microsoft Surface as well and would like to share? Did you win any major cash or anything you would let me know about? And I don't even have to say your name. If you want to keep it private, just mention it in the email sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Again, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Folks, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for coming back. I would never leave you hanging, but sometimes life gets busy. I'm always happy to do this podcast, and as always, I always appreciate you listening. whether it's while you're doing laundry, out for a walk, or if you just can't sleep and need someone to put you to sleep. I'm glad to be the one. My name is Jay Victor. I'm signing off right now. We will see you next week with another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.
This has been a father and son production.